What if the first global financial crash changed the modern world forever? You think today's debt crises are unprecedented. You think globalization is a new problem. You think political backlash is just a modern internet disease. But in 1873, the world already broke in spectacular fashion. Stock markets crashed, railroads collapsed, governments defaulted, prices fell for years, and angry populations started turning on elites, foreigners, and banks. That crash did not just destroy wealth, it helped remake politics, empire, and modern capitalism. If you click away now, you will miss the original template for global crisis. In this video, I will give you 3 exact frameworks from this book. You will learn how the first global bond boom turned into a world crash. You will understand why deflation can be politically poisonous. You will see how monetary mistakes made the depression worse. By the end, you will stop thinking of 1873 as a dusty footnote. You will see it as a blueprint for modern instability, and you will understand why finance, empire, and populism always travel together. This is not just history, this is the birth certificate of the modern financial crisis. The book we are breaking down today is 1873. It was written by Liaquat Ahamed. He is the Pulitzer Prize-winning author of Lords of Finance. Why should you listen to him? Because he writes economic history like a thriller. He is not just telling you what happened. He is showing you how markets, governments, and bankers trapped themselves. This book focuses on the Rothschilds, the bond boom, and the global collapse that followed. It also traces the political damage across the United States, Europe, and the Ottoman Empire. That makes it much bigger than a banking story. It is a global history of financial misjudgment. The first major idea is that the bond boom created the crash. During the 1850s and 1860s, capital flooded into railroads, construction, and nation building. That sounds productive, and it was, but it also fueled speculation, waste, and overborrowing. Governments borrowed too much. Investors assumed growth would continue forever. Bankers believed the boom could keep stretching. That is how bubbles always talk. They pretend they are progress. Then they become panic. The book shows that the bond market was the engine of globalization, but it was also the engine of overreach. My honest take? This is the clearest lesson in the book. Big financial booms do not just create winners, they also create the conditions for a much bigger fall. The second major idea is that deflation turned a crash into a depression. This is the part people miss. A stock crash is bad, but falling prices for years can be worse. When prices keep dropping, debt gets harder to pay. Companies suffer, governments suffer, workers suffer. Ahmed shows that the post-1873 world saw decades of punitive deflation. That deflation fed resentment. It hurt borrowers and helped creditors. It made the recovery politically toxic. That matters because economic pain rarely stays economic. It turns into anger, then into ideology, then into movements. The book makes a strong case that deflation did not just weaken balance sheets, it weakened your trust in the entire global order. The third major idea is that crisis reshaped politics and empire. This is where the story becomes huge. The crash hit Reconstruction in the United States. It accelerated the decline of the Ottoman Empire. It pushed governments to remake monetary systems in ways that deepened the slump. It also fueled anti-globalist populism and anti-Semitism. That is the darkest part of the book. When people lost faith in markets, they looked for villains. The Rothschilds were scapegoated. Jewish finance became a toxic political myth. The book shows how financial collapse can become cultural poison. That is a brutal and important lesson. Economic breakdown does not stay in the financial sector. It spreads into identity, politics, and empire. The best thing about this book is its sweep. It connects markets, politics, empire, and social backlash in one narrative. That gives the story enormous power. It also makes the crisis feel frighteningly relevant. The flaw? It is dense. The cast is large. The geography is wide. Some readers will want more focus and less history at scale. Who is this book for? If you care about financial crises, read it. If you want to understand how crashes reshape politics, read it. If you want a global History of boom, bust, and backlash. Reddit. Here are 3 zero-cost steps to take tomorrow. Step 1. Look at one financial boom and ask what hidden overextension is building beneath it. Step 2. Study one period of deflation and ask who gained and who got crushed. Step 3. Follow one modern political backlash and ask whether money panic helped create it. If you want the free PDF summary, check the description. If this video helped, buy me a coffee and subscribe.